Season 7 of the Honorable DJ Metal Monkey Radio Show just motherfucking started. Y'all thought I was gonna take a break, huh? You're wrong.
Oh, it's just me and you in the dark. Oh, I caught you peeking at my soul. Oh, 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 oh. I caught you peeking at my soul. Oh, 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 oh. I caught you peeking at my soul. Oh, oh. As I walk barefoot across the sun on your bitch ass.
Urban Dictionary word of the day. Niggas! Mind you, I am African American and not some prick. That's what this guy say in this thing, though. You can't take niggas anywhere because they always screw things up. Can be found shouting at the screen in the back of a movie theater. 1. 2. Occasionally uses slang like their first language. 3. They come in groups and destroy the friendly atmosphere of any public environment. 4. Purposely loud and obnoxious in public to prove how hardcore they are. And 5. Start fights with their race like no other. And that is Urban Dictionary's definition of niggas. I went to Amazon and I found Monty C. Pepperland's new book, Hookers and Blow, Save Christmas. Y'all go to Amazon to get this shit. Man, reading is fundamental like a motherfucker now. I'm gonna tell y'all something. When I was coming up with the season 7 material and shit like that, I really didn't know which direction I was gonna go in. But I'm gonna let y'all know I'm kind of a nerd and I like to read. But I also like to listen to audiobooks, just like I said. So this is not an audiobook, but I want y'all to kind of check this out.
Do you want to play with my balls? Hey, Louie. Do you want to play with my balls? Sure, Chuck. I can hold your ball sack so it won't drag on the ground. Wow, your balls are so big, I can't even fit them in my mouth. My mum's always yelling, Louie, get those balls out of your mouth before you choke. You know that mean girl, Sally? She squeezed my balls so hard, they looked funny. Yeah, well, when I play with Sally, I always end up with blue balls. Billy Johnson made Sally cry last week. Now that kid's got balls. Not anymore. Yesterday, Sally kicked Billy's balls so hard, he lost one. Look, Louie, your dog is licking my balls. Let's roll them on Sparky's fur. Girls hate hairy balls. You know, Chuck, if we show Sally our hairy balls, she'll scream for sure. Yeah, but I don't know. I kind of like Sally. I wish she would just play nice with my balls. Yeah, me too. Hi, Sally. Do you want to play with our balls? Sure, but only if I can play with both of your balls at the same time.
Now, Alaska Airlines bans the senator she continued to refuse to wear the mask. Senator Laura Reinhold, she was a Republican. The bitch was a Republican. She said, fuck it. She said, I'm not like you other motherfuckers. Y'all can wear that mask all y'all want. I ain't wearing that shit. I guess that's what she did. Check this shit out right here.
A United States senator is banned from an airline company after they say she refused to properly wear a face mask. Alaska Airlines banned Republican Alaska State Senator Laura Reinbold after being filmed arguing with the airline staff about their mandatory mask policies. The company reports this comes after Reinbold was told the mask must cover both her nose and mouth. Reinbold has been a vocal opponent to COVID-19 mitigation measures and has repeatedly objected to mask policies. The senator responded by calling the airline, quote, mask bullies.
Hey, United States got some of the craziest fucking shit you can go to jail for. We got to be happy to be alive, man. It's so many crazy shit this lady is facing. Just imagine this, man. You face a jail time for some motherfucking VHS tapes from the 80s. Yo, check this out, man.
Erin McBride says she found out she was charged with felony embezzlement for not returning a VHS tape 2 decades ago, back when she used to live in Oklahoma. Now, she found the charge while she was changing her name on her Texas driver's license.
Wow.
She's like, what the heck is this? I've never done anything wrong. What could this possibly be? McBride says she never rented the movie Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
I was just thinking, what did she rent like a couple of decades ago?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And is it worth a felony? Was Sabrina the Teenage Witch worth a felony right now? She says her boyfriend at the time possibly did that, used her rental card. Well, that video store, it's now closed. So she says maybe that's why she's been rejected from 5 jobs over the years.
Wow.
And was charges, of course, have been following her. Take a look.
It's a serious issue. And it's caused me and my family a lot of heartache financially because of the positions that I've lost because of those 2 words.
Yeah, I mean, it's something
That's
that
insane.
we're just like, oh, and we're kind of joking about it. But just imagine this woman, she's lost jobs. She's now facing felony charges for Sabrina the Teenage Witch. McBride says she will have to go to court in Oklahoma to get that charge removed from her record. That means getting an attorney and suing the state.
Yo, we've just elevated. We've elevated. I'm waiting for the zombie apocalypse. I hate to be saying that, but it is true. It's real shit. So check this out. Can magic mushrooms really help you understand Bitcoin? That's what we at in life. That's a fucking question right now, in like on some real shit. And it may be, you know what I'm saying? Like, people are close to a lot of possibilities. I'm a magic mushroom person. You know what I mean? But I don't know if they can help you out with Bitcoin, man. Like, man, at this point, I ain't even questioning that shit. What else I got? I got, okay, Atlanta, the people. Now, this is some shit. This for all you trolls and people online trying to get ass and like on these date sites, these weirdos y'all don't know nothing about. None of their relatives, none of that shit. Yo, check it. Atlanta Police Department says late Sunday night, the victim brought the woman he had been talking to on Instagram back to his Atlanta hotel room. But the officers say once the 2 of them got inside, the woman tried to take the man's cell phone and other items. So she tried to jug this man. For y'all that don't know what's going on, a man got shot in the Atlanta hotel while meeting a woman from Instagram. That's exactly what happened. So I'm telling y'all, man, like, this is real life, man. Y'all need to treat y'all life like real life. You know what I'm saying? Thank the earth, man, for being inside of her. You know what I'm saying? Thank your mother, man, for like carrying you, man. You know. Okay, Elon Musk. That's where I'm at right now. Yeah. Elon Musk says a bunch of people will probably die doing SpaceX voyages. Man, hell no. That motherfucker. I ain't trying to laugh at this shit, but man, look, man. Y'all motherfuckers. Y'all see what I got. Hold up. You think that shit crazy. That's not it, man. Like, that's not even it. Check this shit out.
Gates doesn't think of himself as some guy who got super rich making bad software. Bill Gates thinks of himself as God in control of the solar system. And that's why Bill Gates is now backing something called sun-dimming technology that would reflect sunlight out of the Earth's atmosphere, causing global cooling. Ooh, that's not fraught with risks. You thought gain-of-function research on pathogens was dangerous. Try that. But that doesn't stop Harvard University. Its scientists are testing that technology by spewing calcium carbonate dust into the atmosphere.
Bill Gates is backing the first high-altitude experiment of one radical climate change solution, creating a massive chemical cloud that could cool the Earth. It's called solar geoengineering, and it's highly controversial. It would look something like this. Thousands of planes would fly very high and use nozzles to inject millions of tons of light-reflecting particles into the stratosphere. It would create a thin chemical cloud of those particles around the whole planet, blocking some sunlight from reaching the surface. It would mimic a giant volcanic eruption, which we know cools the Earth.
Now, just to restate, Bill Gates is not God. Bill Gates is some kind of weird, socially awkward rich guy who lives in Seattle. He doesn't own the planet, but he's now changing the planet single-handedly. This is not just over his yard in Seattle. This is over your yard and our oceans and the whole planet. Now, according to Forbes, Frank Kutch, who's the project's top investigator, quote, does not know what the results might bring. Oh, just experiment with the globe and find out what happens. It's cool, though. He's a billionaire. Michael Schellenberger is the author of Apocalypse Never, Why Environmental Alarmism Hurts Us All, which it does, as our rivers and oceans get dirtier and no one notices. Michael, it's great to see you tonight.
Thanks for having me, Tucker.
It's a little alarming to think that someone as myopic and out of touch and totally ideological and weird as Bill Gates thinks he's in charge of the planet. What should we be worried about here?
I mean, basically everything. I mean, when I first heard about this over 2 decades ago, this was a thought experiment. But this is real. They're really trying to do this. They've encountered opposition every step of the way. I've co-authored articles with the Harvard investigator. We've told him personally this is a terrible idea. The vast majority of scientists disagree with this. You have to remember what they're proposing to do is identical to what we feared would occur after nuclear war in the 1980s, which is nuclear winter. The idea is that you cool the planet deliberately. The effects on crops are completely unknown. They call this an experiment, but they know that there is no way to figure out what the large-scale planetary effects of this kind of thing would be. It's grossly irresponsible. They know for a fact that they will never get international agreement on this. So they're basically trying to socialize the idea, normalize the idea, make us comfortable with an idea that should make us extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah, a guy who cuts his hair with garden shears is now trying to control the solar system. The funny thing is, anyone who notices this, that maybe Bill Gates has outsized control over our lives, is immediately denounced by Snopes or one of these fraudulent fact-checking sites as a conspiracy nut. Do you think you're a conspiracy nut to have concerns about Bill Gates' hubris and ambitions?
No, I mean, this is bonkers. I mean, honestly, there are very few people, when you talk to them privately, that think this is a good idea. There's a lot of people that are very scared to speak out publicly because Bill Gates' influence is extraordinary. He's a massive philanthropist. I think his intentions are very good. Nobody doubts he's well-intentioned. But good intentions can lead to some very bad things. The amount of hubris and arrogance involved here. We're talking about millions of farmers around the world who will be affected by this. How will they be consulted? What is the idea for how this is going to be governed? There is no plan for governance. There is no way to get agreement on this internationally. They know this. You know, Tucker, the thing is, the trends on climate change, most people don't realize they're going in the right direction. The United States has reduced its carbon emissions by more than any other country over the last 20 years. We've had an extraordinary success in the United States in reducing our air pollution, and now we're faced with the prospects of this radical experiment.
If there's one thing we could do to improve our country overnight, it's tax-exempt nonprofits. People like Bill Gates make billions. They die, but they continue to distort our society with these tax-exempt foundations. We should tax them immediately. Pay the rate we pay today. Michael, thank you. Great to see you.
Let me light up. Let me see. All right, crypto exchange founder disappears with $2 billion. That's the Turkish nigga, man. The founder of popular crypto exchange in Turkey has disappeared with me. Golly, man, y'all check. Yo, watch what this nigga did.
A Turkish businessman has fled overseas after shutting down his cryptocurrency exchange website and allegedly stealing all of his customers' money. If true, it'll make it the biggest fraud in Turkish history, with $2 billion missing. The alleged crook, Faruk Fatih Ozer, aged 28, is the founder and chairman of the board of Turkish crypto money exchange company Thodex. He reportedly left the country from Istanbul airport at 6 p.m. on 20th of April. News outlet Milliyet reported that Thodex, which has a monthly transaction volume of $12 billion, has almost 400,000 active account holders. An announcement was made to these account holders on Thodex on 20th of April, stating that an international investor will invest in Thodex and the website will remain closed for 5 days due to the merger. However, it never reopened, and the money has now reportedly vanished. According to the reports from local media, backed up by CCTV cameras from the airport, Faruk fled to Thailand.
We got the anti-riot law. The anti-riot law, a lot of Florida people are trying to sue and shit over this shit. I don't know, like, they said people can't riot. That's how the United States started. Hey, Capitol Hill, they just ran up that motherfucker and did their thing. Black Lives Matter been doing their shit all year, like burning shit, and everybody been burning shit, blowing shit up, shooting shit. So here's a little footage that I got for that. I mean, just check it out. Fuck it.
This federal lawsuit names Governor Ron DeSantis, Attorney General Ashley Moody, and Orange County Sheriff John Mina as defendants. The governor's office already responded, saying it has not been served with the suit yet, but will firmly defend the legal merits of the anti-riot bill, which they say protects businesses and supports law enforcement. The anti-riot laws were signed into law on Monday, and they increase penalties for crimes committed during protests. Now, Orlando civil rights attorney Aaron Carter Bates says the laws are unconstitutional and violate several amendments, including the First Amendment. Opponents of the bill say it's meant to stifle the Black Lives Matter movement.
The interpretation of the law is not spelled out. So now you got to deal with an officer who thinks he's an attorney, who thinks he knows what's best, and he's going to read in the law, oh, they out there protesting against me, therefore I can say they were behaving erratically and arrest them.
Gives law enforcement the teeth they need to hold those accountable that commit violence, destruction, mayhem on those here in our state of Florida.
Young Thug, Gunna, yo, man, this was the livest shit, man. They bailed out 30 inmates, man. Like, people saying, man, just to get these guys back with their family, man. Ain't that some dope shit, man? It's some positive shit going on in this world, man. I love this shit. Check this out, man.
Young Thug and Gunna posted bond for 30 inmates stuck in jail facing minor charges. Those inmates could not afford bail by themselves. Tonight, Channel 2's Michael Seiden spoke with the artists about that act of kindness.
They are two of hip-hop's biggest superstars. The ATL's own Young Thug and Gunna. We caught up with both artists at Cleveland Avenue Park, where we found them cooking out and spending time with family and friends on Sunday afternoon.
This where we from. This where we from.
But they aren't just using their fame and fortune to give back to their loved ones. In fact, on Friday afternoon,
we just woke up and went to the jail with the lawyer and, DAs and on the prosecutors and, the bonding companies, and just got as many people as we can out, probably like 20 or 30 people.
The rapper's label, YSL Records, shared this exclusive video showing the moment dozens of Fulton County inmates were released from the county jail. Watch this emotional reunion between a father and his young son.
You never know what somebody been through, bro, and I understood when it was people sitting down 3-4 years that couldn't get out of on on a bond. If they did the crime, they could do the time. It's all right. You know, but it's like, you giving them a bond higher than what they stole.
This random act of kindness comes just 2 months after Channel 2 got an exclusive look inside the Fulton County Jail, where at the time there were 2,900 inmates, 400 over capacity. So crowded, many are sleeping in public areas.
This is some of the worst conditions I've ever seen.
After getting released to their families, they were all served a home-cooked meal, but they also learned that they would be featured in a brand new music video. It's not scheduled to drop until Monday, but we were given permission to give you a sneak peek.
Lil Baby and Gunna got us out.
I know it hurt, but you still told me that you lied. We made it work, but you still found a ways around it.
It feels so good to the point where you start feeling like, oh damn, this is why God put me here. He put me here to do this.
So Young Thug and Gunna wouldn't disclose how much money they spent, but they told me this will not be a one-time deal. They plan on doing this again in the future, and they're hoping that their generosity will influence other artists to join their movement.
Oh, I had a lot of shit. Like, I got kicked off of Facebook for, I mean, like, you know how people be like, I'm speaking my mind. Well, what I was doing was getting caught into that social media shit. Like people was like trolling me and I was falling for that shit. So what I did was I stopped, well, I got kicked off the motherfucker. And then, and then I went under the Wesley Pipes page. Thank y'all for going over there, man. I mean, I got so many damn accounts out there, man. Like it don't even matter at this point, man. I'm just having fun and getting ready to drop this beat tape. I want all of y'all to check out my beat tape, Perfect Harmony. That shit gonna be pretty dope. I promise you. But yeah, check this shit out, man. We got the placebo effect. And people always wanna troll me about the placebo effect. And I think a lot of this shit, like when it comes down to anything I've read so far, like any book I've read, anything, like it causes a placebo effect when you read it. Like when somebody tell you something, sometimes it's a placebo effect. Like what's the difference in the lie and the affirmation? You know what I'm saying? The difference is the degree that you believe in what you're saying, or the degree, it's like to a degree on the feeling or the emotion behind what you're saying. But the placebo effect is real, man. Like, check this out.
I'm not saying that religion can't ever be useful or inspire good things. It certainly can and has and will, and that's better than the alternative. But there's a distinction. We have to recognize there's a distinction between something being true and something being useful. I mean, every religion, every benign religion, every religion that's actually helping somebody sometimes could be functioning like a placebo. I mean, it could be totally barren of content and still useful in certain circumstances. I mean, I could invent a religion right now, which we know is not true, and would be extremely useful if I could spread it to billions. I mean, I invent it right now. This religion is, the principles are, do your best to love your neighbor and your family and every person you meet. Encourage your children to study science and mathematics to the best of their abilities. And if you don't do this, you will be punished for eternity by 17 demons after death. Now, I have no doubt that if I could spread this to billions, this would be a better religion than the religions we've got. It would be better than Christianity and Judaism and Islam. You'd have no suicide bombers. What you would have is a generation of children bearing down on science and mathematics to the best of their abilities, encouraged by their otherwise ethical parents, all under the compulsion of do this or else. These 17 demons will torture you for eternity. The usefulness of this, I mean, we would live in a much better world, no question. The usefulness of this, would this suggest for a moment that these 17 demons actually exist? Would it provide a reason to believe in these 17 demons? Not even slightly. So That's the divide here. There's a big difference between the utility of an idea or the consoling nature of an idea. I mean, the idea that, you know, God has a plan for me or everything happens for a reason. And the idea that these are consoling is quite distinct from whether there are good reasons to believe them.
When I did get back on social media, what ended up happening was I looked at this video and I totally agreed with it, man, because by me being just mixed with just say where your bloodline come from. You mix. I'm a fucking super predator. I'm Haitian, Jamaican, African, you know, what they call African American. But I don't believe I'm African American, man. Like, I'm copper, man. Yo, check this shit out. Check this shit out. I totally agree with this fucking video. That's why I'm playing it.
Indians enslaved because we lost the war. So we assimilated into the United States. Real Indians look like us. Ask Christopher Columbus who he saw when he got off the ship. Let him know when he reported to a king. Why you think you got a brown penny, baby? Copper color Indians, baby.
What do you think about Black Lives Matter?
Black Lives Matter has nothing to do with the original Black American Indians. Black Lives Matter is a propaganda to keep blacks thinking that they're African Americans that came on slave ships. We already know we are waking our people up to let them know that we are the American indigenous Indians. Black Lives Matter do not represent our people. We do. Jesse Jackson do not represent our people. Barack Obama do not represent our people. We're not African Americans. We're indigenous. Our African American is Obama. Why? Because his mother's European and his father's Kenyan. That's an African American. A real Indian, American Indian is me. Both of my parents are American Indians, not from Africa. Remember?
Sterilized, man. Sterilized. Yeah, that shit, man. This shit causes sterilization, man. These motherfucking vaccine shots, too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just speaking out. This season, man, it's gonna kind of get... See, I was gonna take a break and shit while I do Perfect Harmony and shit. But I'm gonna give y'all... Season 7 gonna start off on... I'm not gonna do visuals until... I don't know. I tell y'all when I do visuals, it should be... I'm not gonna do visuals till May 18th. Yeah. May 18th. That's when I'm gonna be doing my next visuals. So y'all stay tuned. Check out my page. Check me out on Spotify, Apple's iTunes, Stitcher, Anchor, anywhere you can find a podcast. But it's gonna be season 7 of The Honorable Mellow Monkey, and it's gonna start with episode 180. This is 179 that y'all listening to right now. Yo, anyway, sterilization. Yo, they trying to sterilize these motherfuckers. Check this video out that I got for y'all today. Shit blow the fuck out of me.
Vaccine manufacturer Pfizer is warning that the company's new COVID vaccine would cause sterilization in women. Here's what we know about that social media post. Michael Yaden did work for Pfizer until 2011 in the company's Allergy and Respiratory Research Unit. That's according to the British doctor's LinkedIn profile. And Yaden, along with a German doctor, did send a letter to the European Medicines Agency asking the EMA to stop clinical trials of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine. They said the vaccine might block a protein that's important in the formation of a placenta. And the doctors claimed that could possibly result in vaccinated women essentially becoming infertile. While the social media post implies the vaccine will cause infertility, that's not what the doctors actually said. Their petition raises questions, using phrases like, if the vaccine works a certain way, it could lead to infertility. Is that a real possibility? Well, 13 News reached out directly to Pfizer for answers. The company's response? Not exactly helpful, simply stating, we are not commenting on that. Last month, in a press release, Pfizer did say its COVID-19 vaccine studies have so far not reported any serious safety concerns. Safety regulators in Europe just completed their safety review and they approved the vaccine. We also want to point out the social media site that circulated the doctor's claims about infertility. It's a blog called Health and Money News. And the news on that site, it's full of conspiracy theories about COVID-19, like the coronavirus is not real and wearing masks causes irreversible brain damage. And the two doctors raising concerns about the Pfizer vaccine, both of them have a history of peddling false information about COVID. Dr. Yaden claimed 3 months ago that the pandemic is effectively over, which it's not. And earlier this year, Dr. Wodarg posted a video claiming the virus is no more harmful than the seasonal flu, which is also untrue. So, does Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine cause sterilization in women? We can verify, so far there is no evidence, no study, and no reports to support that claim. At the same time, it is fair to point out the vaccine is so new, there are no long-term studies to show the long-term impact on fertility. And of course, Pfizer is not commenting on that.
Well, our Verify team is dedicated to fighting misinformation about COVID-19 vaccinations. If you see something you'd like us to look into, to Verify, send us an email.
You can go into a crowd of people and then you gotta put your mask back on. Yeah, they got new CDC guidelines, as you can see. I'm giving y'all a little summary of what I had. A crazy world. People are making billions. This man say he's making billions off taking mushrooms and fucking betting on Bitcoin. That's fabulous. Gas stations, they already going up. They already going up in prices for the summer. So, man, it's 2021. Turn it up at like since 2020. It's been turning up. So I guess every year, every month, it's gonna fucking turn up. So, I got a commercial for you guys, and I'll be right back with our closing thoughts, moments, and stories. All right.
Down home. At the Coon Chicken Inn, we aim to please. The best 100% Mammy-made family-style meals. You can taste the love.
I like the white meat. I'm a breast man.
We just love it here. You'll just keep hollering, gal, fetch me some more. Look for that wide-mouthed coon near you. Coon Chicken Inn.
So now, on your own time, you know, you do your own studies, follow your own mind. You know, this show is just to bring you things that I see, and to bring you my guests and my friends and stuff like that, man. I got a couple friends coming on pretty soon. Y'all gonna love season 7, I'm telling y'all. But thank y'all for riding with me this whole time, man. I started off with shit. Now I got a little more than that. It's still a long way to go, baby. It's an uphill battle. This show is growing, and I thank all of you guys who's watching right now. Agenda 21. Now, I've been hearing about Agenda 21, and a lot of people have been talking about that. Like I say, man, until season 7, I ain't giving y'all niggas no more opinions. I got videos. I got shit that... This shit just been lingering in my fucking... in my storage. I got to show y'all some of this. But population control, it really bothers me, man, how somebody can think that it's too many people on the planet. They're using too much stuff. That's what they say. Check out this video, Agenda 21, ladies and gentlemen.
We've got to stabilize the population. When I was born, there were
so what's wrong with the population? I mean,
with too many people. That's why we have global warming. We have global warming because too many people are using too much stuff. But if there were less people, they'd be using less stuff. You know, we don't get global warming and the nuclear weapons straight out. We don't have to worry about human rights. The humans will all be gone. You know.
Okay. Do you think we'll do it? I mean, are you optimistic in the end that that the world will come to its senses?
On behalf of my grandchildren and the children all over the world, I absolutely think we got to do it. But I have a way of explaining it very simply. I say the human situation I liken to a baseball game. It's in the 7th inning, and we're down by 1 run. So we're backs to the wall.
Right.
What we have to do, though, in the next 2 innings, the game's not over. It's still winnable. But what we've got to do is hold them right where they are with our best pitcher.
Right.
And we've got to get a couple runs on the board.
Get a man on base.
And then get him in.
Get him in.
And that ties it, and then another run to go ahead, and we win. That's where we are. We're in a tough situation, but we can play our way out of it if we do the right things. It's time for smart political leaders. No more dummies. We can't afford dumb leadership.
Yo, you think that shit crazy? That's not it, man. Like, that's not even it. Check this shit out.
Well, the population growth issue at the global level is not that daunting. That is, the population percentage-wise is growing slower today than in the past, and so it will actually peak out. The problem is that the population is growing the fastest where people are less able to deal with it. So it's in the very poorest places that you're going to have a tripling in population by 2050. And so their ability to feed, educate, provide jobs, stability, protect the environment in those locations mean they're faced with an almost impossible problem. Northern Nigeria, Yemen, Chad. And so what we need to do is take this aid generosity and this innovation and go into those places, offer the women better tools where they want to space birthing or have a smaller family size, and improve health, because it's amazingly, as children survive, parents feel like they'll have enough kids to support them in their old age, and so they choose to have less children. Niger right now, it's still 7 children per family, whereas in the richer countries, you're often at a stable point of which is 2.1 or even less. And so it's really an acute problem in a certain number of places, and we've got to make sure that we help out with the tools now so that they don't have an impossible situation later.
Yeah, man, some say that I reject a lot of people's beliefs and stuff like that. That's bullshit. I'm for whatever people believe. I'm against whatever, like, stopping somebody from believing something because that's what the fuck they want to believe. I don't give a shit what you believe. It don't affect me like that. But also know your history and know where things come from. See, when in the Western world where we live at, in the United States, a lot of this shit is propaganda. Then you got lots of people who don't know nothing about family lineage or anything. I mean, shit, black people couldn't read back in the day and shit like that. It was illegal. You know what I mean? So know where things come from. You know what I mean? I don't care what you believe, and I don't care how you believe it. I'm for you, man. Like, I don't care if it's positive or negative. You know, I don't think it affects me like that. That's just my experience of you. Well, check this out. This is pretty much where a lot of this Western shit come from.
Ra, Murray, Amen, Sa, Ra, Neb, Kadu, Ramesu. Now, what's it saying here? The king of Upper and Lower Egypt, okay? The king of Upper and Lower Egypt. Okay, Nebtui, the lord of the 2 lands. That's Tamari and Ta-Nehisi. Okay? Ursa, the power of Ra. Okay? Ahmed, Ma'at, that means truth, justice, and righteousness. Loved by Amen. Look at this, Sa, Ra, son of God. Then Neb Kadu, Lord, King of Kings. Where have you heard Lord, King of Kings at? In the Bible. Huh? Is that right? And Revelations, Lord, King of Kings. That came out of Neb Kadu. That means Lord, King of Kings, plural. Okay? And Rames, he's born of Rames. He's born of Rames. So this is where many ideas were taken out of the ancient Medu Neter. So Son of God, Neb Kadu, Lord, King of Kings, also Septepen-Ra. Septepen-Ra means, I don't see it on the temple here now, Septepen-Ra means chosen by God. So these are the ancient spiritual stories that others came and literally plagiarized many ideas from these Medu Neter And this became the best kept secret in the Western world, not to reveal where the Western world got many of its ideas directly out of the Medu Neter itself. Most of what we know about the Medu Neter is through the Rosetta Stone that was illegally taken by Napoleon's army in 1799. And here this goes back to the priesthood of Menefer, forced to honor Ptolemies. The Ptolemies took over after Alexander, the fifth of Epiphanes, in around 196 BCE. When the Romans came here, nobody could read the Medu Neter. That's why some of the Shanus are blank, that the Kari-Habs didn't acknowledge these Greeks on the throne like the Ptolemies. And how did they break some of the code? They have not been able to decipher all of the Medu Neter. They have been able to decipher some of it, but it had an esoteric and exoteric interpretation. So Champollion, when Napoleon's army came here, they stole a stone called a Rosetta Stone and it dealt it in a place called Rosetta. And they took that stone back to Europe and they started to...
Now, everybody, I'm not really trying to get y'all on y'all conspiracy shit. This is the Honorable DJ Metal Monkey radio show, so you know I talk music, and actually I was going to take a break, but I'm working on this album, so I'm not taking a break, you know what I mean? I'm going to skip, I'm going to be on the radio, like I said earlier in the show. I'm going to be on your internet radio stations all over the place, Spotify, iTunes, app, all of that shit. But got something for y'all. Y'all want to know why, and I've been looking at it too, man, because I seen these police dogs in Baltimore the other day just running around, and they was like, they already about to use them, or they using them right now. But you know why people are out of work, you know? Yeah, and I'm not about to say y'all better run back and get a job. Y'all better create a job or do something. People are out of work for this little videotape that I just said. Yo, I got a little video clip for y'all. Check this one out.
Over. Restaurants are turning to robots in places they can't use human employees. Lauren Simonetti with more on this. Lauren.
Good morning, Maria. So you've met Flippy, right? The $30,000 robot used by burger joints like White Castle to fry and flip. Flippy doesn't get sick, and he's germ-free. Let me show you BreadBot. BreadBot makes and dispenses fresh baked bread in minutes. No transit time, no sit-in packaging. And here is Sally. Sally is a $35,000 machine being used by universities, hospitals, and grocery stores to make fresh salad and resurrect the salad bar lost to COVID-19.
I think behavior has been changed significantly and probably permanently for many consumers in terms of especially eating from open food bars and buffets. There's just too many touch points, too many possibilities of spreading disease and those kind of food experiences.
CEO Rick Wilmer says demand has more than quadrupled because of the pandemic, saving the salad bar for companies and customers, but perhaps jeopardizing the livelihoods of some of the employees. The Brookings Institution finds 36 million jobs are at a high risk of automation in the United States, with the highest concentration being in the accommodation and food services industries, where 73% of all jobs could be lost to robots. The institution also finds automation happens in bursts, specifically after an economic shock, when humans become both more expensive and also harder to come by. But remember, while some robots will replace human beings, others will complement them, and there will always, always, always be a need for a human to create a robot, to repair a robot, and to prepare the inputs for what the robot handles. So in Sally's case, Maria, the 22 fresh ingredients that the customers choose for their salads. So as we talk about the disruption that coronavirus has caused, the new disruption is coming out of it. Is your job safe, not because of the disease, but because of the robot takeover?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, we were expecting robots to take over a lot of jobs before COVID, and now it's obviously accelerated this in the face of this disease and this sensitivity to touching things. Great story, Lauren. Thank you.
I'd like to give a shout out to Raya X. She started out as an intern, and all of a sudden, she got her own show. Go check her out on anywhere you can find a podcast. Check her out on YouTube. Check her out anywhere, just follow her, Raya X, man. Raya X, look for the show on my show somewhere, or just type in Raya X in the internet, man. She's blowing up. Shout out to Bama Boy Buck, that's my family, and check out his movie. He got a short film called Motherland that's very, very good for, it's just very good, man. Check it out, man. Check it out. Let your family check it out. And look out for new things for Bama Boy Buck. He got a lot of stuff going on. I got a long list, so I got to kind of make it brief. EI Shoot, you know, that's my main man. Since I've been out in Atlanta, that's been the trillest guy ever, man. Like, shout out to him, man. He video guy, man. He shoot all kinds of shit. Any type of professional vision shit that you need. He got movies, any type of visuals. Holla at EI Shoot. You know what I mean? Just holla at EI Shoot. I'm telling you, remember that. Always check him out when you're in the Atlanta area. Shout out to Ebony Gray and Iris Douglas, because when I hit them up, it ain't nothing, man. Like, brothers and sisters, man, it's over with. We talk, and they also send me some of the best shit that inspired me for my show. You know what I'm saying? Like, solid fucking women. Solid women, man. Yakane Setaways, congratulations. He just had a baby. He had a baby girl. That's my dog. He'll be back on the show, man. And he's also on it. Everybody I'm naming, man, has been on my show, man. You know, those people get close to me. I do a show with you, a song with you, collab with you. That's what this show is about. That's what season 6 brought me, and shit was fun. Shit still about to rock though. Season 7 about to be fucking dope. Let me go through this list though. DJ Suspicion, Licensed to Skrill. Y'all check out. He's a mixologist. He is the baddest motherfucker around. He ain't your goddamn average. He ain't your motherfucker that you want to call in for your birthday party. No, you for a house party, like on the movie house party with Kid and Play, you get that nigga, a mixologist. You want somebody to scratch, mix. DJ Suspicion. Get that License to Skrill. I think it's like $19, but you just type in DJ Suspicion, License to Skrill, and it'll pop up. You got Money Sean Slat out of Pensacola, Florida. Check out Money Sean. Check out his music. Check out his YouTube. Go to his YouTube. It's fire as fuck. Go to his Instagram. It's fire as hell. I think he got a Facebook also. Money Sean Slat, man. That's my dude. That's my boy. Yeah, and he's also on the show. So go check out the episode between us. He's got. Hopefully, I can get him on this next season also. I got Guala the Great. Yeah, man. The song Riot. Type in Guala Riot and see what pops up, man. Dope ass artist. He just dropped a new album, I think on 420. So Guala the Great, y'all check him out on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, anywhere, YouTube, just anywhere you can find music at. Spotify, Guala the Great. Guala the Great. Mike Willion, you know what I'm saying? 60K. Y'all get y'all some of that 60K gear. You know what I'm saying? He came through with the drip. I got more. Shit's dope. Mike Willion, he did a song with Kurt Cobain. He got another song, P Valley. He told me, he said, man, yo, this shit get good reviews. I'm like, bet. So I like P Valley. Actually, man, he got a song named I'm Just Saying I Fucks With So Hard. That's like my #1 banger by Mike Willion. But check out that P Valley, because that's what he's out promoting right now. I'm going to have him on the show pretty soon. I got my Camp dudes. The Camp dudes, my 420 scavenger hunt. Y'all type that in. They got some new shit coming. I think they said 7/10. I can't really just drop that date like that, but I don't know, man. Shout out to them, man. Them dudes is dope. You got type in ANG Ghetto Boy, ANG Ghetto Boy, my boy Angel. I gotta have him on the show, but I gotta call him up and stuff like that. But just type in ANG Ghetto Boy and see what you hear. That's him. The guy with the braids, all that, yeah. Motherfucker be spitting, man. Spitting real bars. I fuck with his shit, man. I'm gonna have him coming up pretty soon too. I got my dog Leonard Nelson. Y'all already know. That's like my big bro. Self First Ideologies. Yeah. Leonard Nelson. Self First Ideologies. Check him out. He do the 3D printing and shit like that. He the one that can make you a grinder. He can make you a fucking man, not just a grinder. I just said some random ass shit. He can make anything 3D printed. Okay, and he got hats, shoes, fucking mask. I mean, the dude doing it all, bro. Shout out to Linwood. Who else I had on here? Consciously Wavy. Yeah, my dudes that's out in Florida. They ain't one of them from New York, I think though. But yeah, Jiggy Queso and Wasi Shade is Consciously Wavy. And y'all check that show out. Y'all check out Rich Point Records, Brazil Hill. My boy Fred with my episode Freddie Davis. Check out Lil Hick episode. Turbo Hick is what he going by now. Follow him on all platforms. Also, Brazil Hill, she just dropped some shit. Y'all need to go check her out hard, man. She's hard. She's hard. She making noise. Rich Point Records, Brazil Hill. Rich Point Records, Brazil Hill. I can't say it enough. Young Steel, my dude Young Steel, they got a show getting ready to come out. Check out my episode with Young Steel. Everything he say is riding right now. It's a manifestation. Young Steel, man, check him out, dude. He is hard. And my boy, L.A. Carter, man. Y'all holler at him. I did his show on Ebon Vision. Check out ebonvision.net. Go to ebonvision.net. Yo, L.A. Carter is hard, man. He's a pretty funny ass dude. We're going to do some shit in the future. And make sure when y'all come to town, man, holler at E.I. Shoot. Y'all want these videos. Y'all want these... this man do it all. He'll give you business advice, merchandise. You want merch made. Anything you need. Man, call E.I. Shoot. Holler at my dog. That's my dog. That's my peoples. And also, man, thank you for every sponsor, every donation, everything I've had. And I'm talking to the y'all out there. Because I don't talk to the world and everybody. I'm talking to y'all, the ones who's tuning in, watching the Honorable DJ Metal Monkey radio show. Watch me smoke all this goddamn weed and talk to y'all about life and shit that I'm seeing on my timeline just like you. But anyway, thank y'all for joining me. It's episode 149. I'm going to leave y'all with powerful words from my dog, Alan Watts. He's zen the fuck out, baby. Yeah. Holla. No, not holla yet. You know, I got one more. Somebody on this motherfucking list ain't get called out. I don't know. But if I left your name off the list, I am so sorry. See, dude, I did a lot of shows this season. So, I probably forgot. But everybody go straight to the channel, man. Look at the videos. Check me out on Daily Motion. Check me out on all platforms, man. Thank y'all for y'all support, man. Look, man, this pollen out here is fucking us up, man. It's done got to a all high. Like pollen didn't even used to fuck with me. So now you see me, my nose running, my arms itching, and I remember a while back I was itching on a couple episodes ago, and I was like, yo, man, I think I didn't know what the fuck I thought. Now it's the fucking pollen. That's what it is. So some spray at Walmart. You can go to Walmart and where is my spray can? I don't know. Oh, here. Yeah. It's made by Equate. And I don't get paid for this shit, but I'm going to show y'all. Y'all need some spray. This shit right here. Yeah, go to Walmart and get this shit. Because I'm telling you, this shit works. You spray some of this shit on, that pain is gonna go to like that scratch that shit is gonna go the fuck away, man. And that's all I do. I take a bath and I spray that shit on, and man, I feel like a whole new person. Thank y'all. Getting ready to get a new website. So if djmetalmonkey.info is not working, it's gonna be another link. Follow me on all of my social medias to keep up what's going on between now and May 18th. I will be gone until May 18th on all of my visuals. So go make sure you go to Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you listen to podcasts at, and go listen and go find me. Get on the email list, man. I use my Reverb Nation account when I'm sending out emails. Therefore, you know it's me. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Now it's time for Alan Watts. Shit.
You're ready to wake up, you're going to wake up. And if you're not ready, you're going to stay pretending that you're just a poor little me. And since you're all here and engaged in this sort of inquiry and listening to this sort of lecture, I assume that you're all on the process of waking up. Or else you're teasing yourselves with some kind of flirtation with waking up, which you're not serious about. But I assume maybe you are, not serious but sincere, that you are ready to wake up. So then, when you're in the way of waking up and finding out who you really are, what you do is what the whole universe is doing at the place you call here and now. You are something the whole universe is doing in the same way that a wave is something that the whole ocean is doing. The real you is not a puppet which life pushes around. The real deep down you is the whole universe. So then, when you die, you're not going to have to put up with everlasting non-existence, because that's not an experience. A lot of people are afraid that when they die, they're going to be locked up in a dark room forever. And sort of undergo that. But one of the most interesting things in the world, this is a yoga, this is a way of realization. Try and imagine what it will be like to go to sleep and never wake up. Think about that. Children think about it. It's one of the great wonders of life. What will it be like to go to sleep and never wake up? And if you think long enough about that, something will happen to you. You will find out, among other things, that it'll pose the next question to you. What was it like to wake up after having never gone to sleep? That was when you were born. You see, you can't have an experience of nothing. Nature abhors a vacuum. So after you're dead, the only thing that can happen is the same experience, or the same sort of experience as when you were born. In other words, we all know very well that after people die, other people are born. And they're all you. Only you can only experience it one at a time. Everybody is I. You all know you're you. And wheresoever beings exist throughout all galaxies, it doesn't make any difference. You are all of them. And when they come into being, that's you coming into being. You know that very well. Only you don't have to remember the past in the same way you don't have to think about how you work your thyroid gland or whatever else it is in your organism. You don't have to know how to shine the sun. You just do it. Like you breathe. Doesn't it really astonish you that you are this fantastically complex thing? And that you're doing all of this and you never had any education in how to do it?
Dude asked me this morning, what you playing on that radio, Jack? I said, Brazil Hill, Rich Point Records. Go check it out.
I was staring in the mirror, Bill Cosby in my cup, and them all grown